Hi everyone, in this week's video we're talking all things TUPE, so not the most exciting subject, but I will try and take it up a notch. So we're talking about transfers of businesses or taking on contracts where the transfer of undertakings, protection of employment regulations apply. As part of those regulations, there's an obligation to supply liability information to the entity that's taking on the contract, not less than 28 days before the transfer. Now, in many cases, businesses taking on a contract or undertaking has little control over what information is provided beyond the legal minimum. Now, the legal minimum information is essentially what's required to be contained in a Section 1 statement or contract of employment. So employees' pay, hours of work, holidays, sick pay, notice entitlement, job title, any claims brought in the past 2 years. But in this video, what we'll explore is circumstances where we have more freedom and flexibility to ask for information about employees that will be joining us pursuant to those TUPE regs. So we might ask for a list of consultants, contractors and agency workers who is providing services regularly to us, who is not an employee and who wouldn't ordinarily transfer with the business. We might want to utilise those skills. They may be integral to our business, and that might include casual workers as well who may not be in scope for the transfer. Who are the key employees? Who's most valuable to the business? And what protection do we have for those? What are the notice periods? Do they have any post-termination restrictions? And do they have any enhanced or unusually generous terms? What's the position with the handbook? Is it contractual or non-contractual? Do we have any enhanced policies, such as in relation to maternity? If we're restructuring, we'll want to know whether there are any enhanced redundancy schemes in place as well. In terms of benefits, this can cover a wide range of areas. Are they contractual or discretionary? We're looking at things such as private health, company cars, car allowance, pension, life assurance, gym memberships, and we might want to get under the surface as well. So if we have a company car provision, do we have a fleet? Do we have cars on long leases that we're going to be tied into? Because we will take the liability of those contracts as well. What's the practice of paying discretionary benefits? So with bonuses, for example, do we pay based on the same scheme that's been in place year on year? If so, we might have to determine that a scheme is not discretionary and has become contractual, and that feeds into our assessment of the value of the benefits package to employees. Have we agreed to change anything for the future? So are there some pay awards or bonuses or other increases or allowances that are going to take effect at some point in the future? They might not necessarily be disclosed under TUPE in terms of the minimum obligations, but we will want to know if there's anything hiding around the corner. What's the position on absence? So can the company provide stats on short and long-term absence? Is there any potential for personal injury claims, because that liability will transfer? And are there any complicated management issues associated with long-term absent employees? Employee exits are important. Have any key staff left recently? Is anybody serving the notice? Have we got anybody joining the business imminently, and in what roles? And what vacancies have we got? Is there any trade union recognition? What's the membership levels within the business? That will not necessarily transfer, but if there is a high proportion of the workforce that are already recognised, that could cause a problem for us once the transfer's taken place. Is there any potential for claims? So have there been any recent dismissals or resignations, any grievances, any engagement with the ACAS early conciliation programme, any other enforcement actions such as from HMRC on a minimum wage level? And have there been any accidents in the business recently that have been reported and that we're aware of? Immigration is another important area. Have all right to work checks been carried out? We might want to look at the level of compliance with those right to work checks. Is anybody on limited leave to remain? Does the company have a sponsor license to sponsor individuals under the points-based system? And have there been any Home Office investigations? And finally, it wouldn't be one of my videos without mentioning COVID-19. So is anybody absent with long COVID at the moment? Do we have any particular sick pay policies? Particular health and safety measures on site? What have we implemented in the past, and what have we got at the moment? Have we had any complaints about safe working concerns? Have there been any outbreaks in the workplace of COVID-19? Have we moved to any hybrid working policy, or do we have anything in progress at the moment? And what's the position on carryover of annual leave? Because if it's a significant transfer, that could be a significant liability. So tactically, there is a lot that we can do if we have cooperation with the transferor in a case where we are looking to take on a business, a service provision, or an undertaking. If you need any further advice in relation to this, please do get in touch with us. Visit the website chadwicklawrence.co.uk for more information, or email employmenthub@chadlaw.co.uk. Thank you.